Hi everyone, this is Brad from Board Game Geek, and I'm here with Hamilton and Eric from Blizzard, who are behind Hearthstone. And I just wanted to ask you guys a few questions. We're really interested. We cover digital board games, and when I found out this surprise announcement, I had to talk to you guys. So yeah, first I just want to know, how did the game come about? What was the kind of development process or decision to make this sort of game from Blizzard?
So the group developing Hearthstone is called Team 5, and it's kind of a new concept at Blizzard these last few years. It's a really small development team, about 15 people, and we really wanted to kind of get back to our roots at Blizzard of having a small team really focused on something that's just a pure nugget of fun. And so all of us are collectible card game lovers from way back for decades, so it was very natural that we wanted to make a new kind of collectible card game that's really accessible, simple, easy for everyone to learn, and built specifically for online.
Awesome. Along those lines, a lot of people have been asking, does this have any relation to the existing CCG that's published by Cryptozoic?
No, it's entirely a separate product. I mean, there is some of the art that is in common, but when we were designing Hearthstone, we designed it from the ground up to be an online game, and so anytime we were looking at the decisions we needed to make the game great, we went, what would make this perfect for the online space? And we would make that decision, and those choices are entirely different than the choices you would make from a physical card game. So it's an entirely different product, and it will remain an online-only game.
Awesome. I'm just curious, I was able to play it on iPad earlier this weekend, and I believe this is the first Blizzard title to really target the mobile market. What spurred that decision?
Well, the way we approach all our games and platforms is first we figure out the game we really want to make, and what we think our players would really like. And then as that goes along, we figure out what the platforms are that really fit it best. And for Hearthstone, it's such a natural fit. You really want to be tactile with the cards, and it really feels great on the tablet.
Awesome.
That's exactly right.
Cool. I've heard it referenced as a free-to-play game. Could you clarify a little bit about what that means?
So what free-to-play means is it's free, and it's sort of even bigger than that, in that our goal is to make it so that you can play the game free, and there are no barriers to you having fun if you want to keep playing the game free forever. So there's a basic set of cards that you can earn very quickly just by playing either against the AI, maybe against other players, and you'll get that very quickly. And then there's our expert set, which comes in packs. And those packs can either be gained each week by playing the game online against other players, or of course they can be purchased from our store. But our goal is to make it so that if you just want to play the game and earn the packs, you don't feel like there's barriers to entry. You still find like there's a lot of fun decks that you can play and make, and so it really should be a fun game to play, even if you never want to spend any money whatsoever.
Awesome. I'm wondering, does the game, I know it's going to use Battlenet as its access platform. Will it connect with other Blizzard properties? Like, will playing this game do something for you in World of Warcraft or another title?
You'll be able to chat and play with your Battlenet friends, but Hearthstone really is a self-contained game.
Cool. So I know you guys are avid board game and CCG fans. What were kind of your inspirations in building this game?
I think we looked at collectible card games as a whole. So, and as Hamilton said earlier, we love collectible card games, and we looked at the entirety of them and went, I think that we can make a collectible card game in the online space that appeals to a really broad variety of players. In fact, one of the things that we keep hearing over and over the weekend here at PAX is that players come to the game, and when they first heard about Blizzard doing a collectible card game, their first thought was, wow, that's kind of interesting, kind of not sure what to make of it. And then they come and play the game here, and then they go, whoa, I was not a big collectible card game fan, but this is pretty exciting. So over and over, our experience has been that even for players who are not excited about collectible card games in general, that they're pretty excited about Hearthstone.
Awesome. I think PAX East really shows us that there's a lot of crossover between tabletop games and video games. Was that sort of, and I know it's becoming more and more as time goes on, was that one of the motivations to make basically a digital tabletop game to kind of draw both markets in?
I think part of the way we thought about it is that there's this core of collectible card games that's really fun, and we'd really like to bring kind of that joy to as many people as we can. And so by creating Hearthstone, making it as kind of simple and accessible as it is, and making it online, we feel like, boy, we can really get this out to a lot of people and have a lot of people enjoy kind of the heart of that thing.
Yeah, and I think speaking to the board gamers, I think what board gamers are looking for is a very strategic experience, and I think that that's what we are delivering with Hearthstone in sort of the short time frame that you want if you're playing a board game. You're looking to play a board game in a reasonably short period of time, and I don't know, I think that in Hearthstone we have the same thing. Deep strategy doesn't take too long to play.
Yeah.
Definitely. When I was trying the game out earlier, I was able to try 2 different hero decks. They obviously play differently, different mechanics. I lost terribly the first time, wasn't playing correctly, but I guess my question is, in the deck building, are there cards that go to specific hero classes, or is it kind of customizable based on any way that you want?
So each class is different in that it has a hero power, and that hero power lets you do something for that class for a couple of mana every turn. In addition, each class has a bunch of cards that are specific to that class and can only be used in that class. And then there's a huge pool of general minions that you can also use to build a deck. So if I'm, say, building a mage deck, I will choose some of my cards from the pool of mage cards and some of my cards from this general minion pool to build the deck that I want to build.
Awesome. That sounds like a really interesting mechanic to have the combination of specific versus general cards. Well, cool. It sounds really awesome. And do you know when we can expect to see the game, roughly?
We're aiming at summer for the beta and release by the end of the year.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much. It sounds like a really great game and something that will definitely tie, all gamers together. So thank you.
Thanks. Thank you.
Yeah, it's fantastic.